Let's train! We're back for one of the most devastating of all submissions, the choke, where you cut off the oxygen supply to your opponent, leaving him unconscious, where you could do multiple of things to him. Once again, Joe Moreira and I will help you and put you through this. Okay, this first one is a standing choke. A lot of opponents come in at you in this type of direction, which leaves them open perfectly for the front choke, as Joe will demonstrate to you.
In this situation, the guy want to hold my legs, he make a mistake, put his head underneath my arms. Okay, my first move is fix my base, move my legs back, and I saw his head for sideways. The same side he have his head, and the same side my arm go for underneath his neck, put my forearm around his neck, in my other hand, hold my hand too. Okay, now I'm walk a little bit forward, 1, 2, stay with my legs bend, drop my head back and move my belly forward. Fix my base position, put my arm go for the same side, he have his head, the same side my arm go around his neck, put my forearm underneath his neck, in my other hand hold my fingers, okay, lock it, com palm hand, okay? É very important que his head stay between my arm and my body. Okay, now I'm locked, I walk a little bit forward, stay with my legs bend, move my head back, my belly forward. At the same time, I'm lift up my forearm. This position, my forearm need to come underneath his neck. My tongue needs to stay up. I hold my hands underneath and lift up my belly and lift my hand up at the same time.
Once again, let's review this move. Your opponent comes in, shoots in on you with his head down, leaving his head perfect. You see the throat area exposed for the hand. Once again, the blade comes down through, underneath the neck, with this blade part right over here. Coming underneath, locking it up like Joe showed you, right on the wrist. Get forward, push your hips into the man as you come up. And remember that the tweaking motion is tweaking his head down like this with my body as I lift up, which is cutting off his circulation. As you see the way the head goes when it moves around. Down and comes up, just like that. Down, up. Okay, here's a situation where the man is mounted. He's going to show you, not only do you have to be behind the guy or to get under the neck to do a choke, you can do it from being actually on top of the guy.
Okay. The more important for quem está making your choke é que you have control in the guy in the bottom. For quem have your base in the top, very well. I don't want to move my knee so much forward for try to do any choke because easy he turned me on. Então, for quem have control de himself, I want to put my legs underneath his legs. Doesn't matter I cross my feet underneath his hip, or can my foot have control de his foot. Okay? Now, my body have control of his body. For quem have my hand free, for make more easy my choke. Okay? My first move, fix my base. Now, doesn't matter what kind of arm you want to go underneath his neck. Okay, one. Okay, I hold my bicep. It's very important to have my thumb up, because I want my side wrist, side forearm, go for underneath his neck. Hold my bicep. My other hand hold his forehead here. Okay? The same time que I move this, push his head down, I want to use my body, my weight for can help me too. I move my head forward and drop it down together. It's ready for tap. Okay?
Once again, I'm on the top. I'm in a dominant position. You could be, let's say you're tired, you want to rest. You could use this move right here. You're maybe a little fatigued. You want to kind of just keep your opponent in a little submission and rest while you're doing it. Here's a way to hold them, and then while you're there, apply the choke. I have my base, my weight is back. Like Joe said, it doesn't matter which arm you go under with. Coming under with my arm. This part right here, which will hold his neck up more. Lock up your bicep, elbow down, spread your elbows out so you can get this, able to get your hand over. On the forehead, as I push forward with my weight, I'm leaning, pulling up, back, on the back of his neck, and pushing all my mass from my left side just forward as I squeeze my elbows together. This all happens at the same time. Once again, as I go forward, I'm pushing my chest down, lifting up, pushing the head back in this type of manner. Lock it up, push down, pull up, and push all your weight down into them as you're going forward. All right, to review this again, once again, like Joe said, control your hand with your feet. Get your hand in. Remember, your bicep is against this. I didn't explain that too well. Listen up. Your bicep is up against the side, which is what's cutting off the air. Get it in tight, shoulder down, controlling the head. Up on the blade, once again, to your bicep. Now, here's a little trick I've learned in the octagon and a few other places. You can push down the head, or you can go right ahead and cover the mouth. You can go here, or you can go here. When you go here, remember to cover it up so you can't pull your hand off. You're covering it all up, and you go forward and squeeze.
The other situation what happened in this position, don't have control himself. He try push my shin forward, my head up. Okay, I can go there. Okay, on the same side, he lift up my head. I want to go for behind his elbow. Okay, push his elbow down, lift up my head. I make a little fake over here. Okay, I try drop my head down, okay, lift him more up my head. At the same time I feel he make more resist, I lift up my head, push his elbow down. At the same time my other arm just go for underneath his neck. Okay, at the same time I drop my head down, I want to drop my head inside the arm. Okay, slide down, hold my palm of hand, my thumb coming up. Now I make almost the same choke he did before. Right now he feel his neck behind the same he feel before, and this choke come from the front of his neck. Because his arm go wrong, his arm choke his own neck. Now this way, lift it up, one, fold down, at the same time my arms are coming under, move my head down for his side arm, hold my palm of hand, and make my press again.
Let's review this choke one more time. The man on top is pushing down, and he's trying to push up with his hand, either a push or maybe even a punch. The trick is to bait him into it by pushing the head down, which makes him automatically resist or even push up more. That's when you push your head up and slide it off. As you slide it off, you're sliding down like this. There it is. There's, once again, the blade here. Lock this up here. There it is. Squeezing in the elbows. Squeezing the elbows in as you're pushing the bicep up against there. And remember, always keep control of your feet and have control of the man at all times when you're putting on a submission. Once again, man's pushing up, slide it down, cross, have control of the feet, come down, grabbing my bicep. You wonder, why am I grabbing my bicep? Grabbing my bicep is keeping it tight. It's giving me a leverage. It's giving me leverage to squeeze it and to have everything come together tightly.
I have two ways for can do that. Sometimes the guy too big, they say I make you big I am. So I can't go over there. So I need to hold my hand. But for you making with me, you can go for your bicep. You go there too.
So what he's saying is, some guys, you can't get your bicep. That's when you get here. So it's here. Some guys are too big. If it's a big boy, big strong boy, I can't get my hand around because there's too much mass. Just grab your wrist, grab your hand, squeeze in. And this is the next choke. This is one of the most basic, but one of the most chokes that you should learn first. And Joe will demonstrate it to you right now.
Sometimes, come the guy for situation of the street fight, have the mount position. Try move his elbow, the guy face. Try punch his face. The guy in the bottom, I don't know what he's doing. He try to turn around, he can have the catch his face. The more important you have control the guy. The same time you turn around, é very important to put your hook underneath his leg. Boom. Okay, you keep going control the guy. Okay? Suppose the guy try go for underneath his elbow, the same he's doing. You don't want this move. Put the arm underneath his arm. Push his hand for underneath his body, your body forward. Okay, put the guy down. Okay? After he comes down, you let it go one arm, go for underneath his neck, let it go the other arm, hold your bicep, this go from the top of his head. Okay? Or you can put your back hand behind his neck. Sometimes the guy stick with his head up, my hand can't go there, so I'm holding the top of his head. The same time I move my body forward, I put together my elbow close, for can be compress his whole neck. He's ready for tap. Okay? This is the move number one. The move number two. I go for the same way. I want to try go for the lion kill. But he defends himself. He don't give a chance for my arm go all the way down. Okay? So I put only my side wrist, this part of my hand, underneath his neck here. My other hand hold my palm hand. The same side that I have in my hand, and the same side I want to put my face, side of his face. You make the same move. Go a little bit in the top position. Understand? Side to face. I don't want to keep this space. Side to side. And the number three, como I put my arm underneath my the guy, I don't have all chance for can go all the way down for my shoulder. I hold in the middle of my arm, lock my hand in the top, lock my other hand to hold my arm, and move my arm and they thought for that way. On the number one, at the full lion kill, 1, 2. The number 2, use your wrist, side wrist, put your head, close his head. And the number 3, your hand can go there, lock your hand, you move your hand for this way.
Okay, here we are in a fight situation. I'm on top, I'm at an advantage. I'm punching him. Always stay under control, keep your base so you don't get rolled, and then you end up in that situation. Now, most people on the bottom, if they're not familiar with grappling, they're gonna, soon after getting hit, they're gonna flip over. Knowing this, I'm gonna be aware of this, thinking choke, the one we just went over, the lion's kill. So here I am, I'm punching. The same way he turns, it's the same hand that comes in. And remember, if you feel him turning, loosen up your base and allow him to turn so you don't get rolled. As he turns, same side. Remember, he's turning. As this comes, so does the hook to the side. The hook underneath his leg is for control. There it is. Now as he tries to get up, the other leg as the other hook. This allows me to have control. I also could flatten him out, but I have a lot of control with this. From here, just lock it up. I like to lock it up on the bicep, keep it tight. Under here, the choke is applied, squeezing the elbows, pushing, pulling it tight, just like that. Here's the choke, pushing it in. If I have it in, and he decides to roll either direction, that is why these hooks are in. These hooks allow me to follow him and still have his back at all times. And there it is, here, or like Joe said, even this one.
Sometimes the guy hold here.
Sometimes the guy hold here.
Don't give it chance to go your arm down. Are you okay? Hold your own hand.
And all I did to apply this is push with my head into his ear, pull my shoulder and my arm back, keeping my hands in the same place as the base. Understanding choking. Here's the basic choke. Joe will show you the principles and the ideas and the mentality behind the choke.
People lift up your neck, your chin. It's very easy to choke somebody else. But in time the fight, people have a lot of experience in fight. He don't want to give the neck for me. So I need to find his neck. I can't choke his mouth. I can't choke his nose. I need to choke underneath his chin. So it's very important. Keep my hand, close my fingers. He started coming for behind his ear, for this line to his head over here. So 1, the same time I make this move, my hand go for that way. In my other hand, I push his face. Now I have my hand underneath his chin. Can go for lion kill, can go for that one, or can go for the half a lion kill. It's very important you guys start coming your hand for behind the guy ear. For sure you have the true away, for can have it underneath the guy's chin. Okay, this is situation, como the guy want to punch my face, and I turn around his arm for a little bit side, one arm go for underneath his arm, the other one go for behind his neck. Okay, he will try punch me. I'm defense, put my arm underneath his arm, the other one very important, push his elbow for the other side. For people don't can come up, I need to lock behind his neck here. Okay? After I'm locked behind his neck, I lift up my head, I put my palm of hand. Now my tongue, I need to go for down, for can make he push it down for that way here. At the same time, my legs push his back a little bit too.
Okay, here I am in the octagon. Fight situation, I have the man in the guard. I'm in a very disadvantaged position. Either he has a choke on me or he's punching on me. And I know he's pushing his weight just down and forward towards me. So I know I'm gonna be able to set him up on a slip by, and I know it's gonna be the side choke. So he throws his punch, like Joe says. Notice my hips are keeping him away. As I feel him throw the punch, I'm pulling him towards me. Once again, I see the punch, put him towards me, but remember to parry that punch to the side or you might get a little headache. I'm in perfect position already. My bicep is up against his side jugular. His other hand, as you can see, his biceps against his jugular. My ear is up against that tricep. There's the lock. As I pull this hand this way, my head is going this way in a scissor motion, using his hand and my bicep for the choke. I could also, if I have to make it even tighter, to keep myself tighter to him, I pull him even closer and keep my body up more. So it's like a... Here's the situation. Top man is just resting, waiting, putting his head on you. Joe's gonna show you what to do.
I feel the guy tired. He have his head down. The same time I feel he have his head down, one hand push his head further away, for the other one just go for underneath his arm here. Okay? Now, lift up your shoulder só for people see what's going on. Now you do hold underneath his arm, lift up your elbow for the guy don't try punch me on the other face, and keep going, turn your body for that way here. The same time I turn my body for that way, I'm stick my legs too. For that. So the guy stay, he breathe tight, push your head from one side, the same time look my hand can go for behind his ear. Pull, lock the guy. Hands, lift up your elbow, bend your head forward so he don't try punch me. Keep you going the same side that I have my arm underneath his neck, and the same side I don't want to move my body. You straighten my legs together.
Okay, once again, review. I'm in disadvantage, not necessarily when you know fierce fighting. Man's just resting on top. He's either tired, fatigued, or he just doesn't know what to do already. He's given up, but he's on top, so he thinks he's winning. So he's resting. I'm thinking, what can I do from this position? Well, we got the front choke. Push him on the side. As I push him, I pull him a little bit towards me to get it under. Like Joe showed us earlier, to get the choke, you go under the ear, all the way down, until I got it tight with the blade part right here. It's resting across his throat. I can either push here to get it, grab it, and this is how the choke is applied. I'm twisting this arm in this direction as I pull my own wrist this way. So this is going this way as this comes this way, choking him off right here. Once again, there it is. From standing, this is what it looks like. It's just like the standing one. You're coming over here, underneath here, on the throat, locking it up, under the throat, locking it up. Same thing, you're turning your arm this way as this comes up. That's the choke.
For stand up, you do more that way. Use your belly for can help you for your choke. The other one, you turn more your body sideways in the ground.
Yes, if it's standing, you're going more up, whereas if you're on the ground, it's the twisting motion. Sometimes you find yourself in this position, on top, with the head and arm. Maybe you did that head and arm throw I showed you guys earlier. And Joe's gonna show you a couple chokes from here.
Okay. This is the name you want mobilize and judo mobilize. I call the name Honkezagatame. Okay? I have control underneath his neck, lock my arm, and I have control of his wrist, and my elbow I have control his elbow, his hand. My hand controls his elbow, and my elbow controls his hand. And this is my base. My both feet open for can have my base very well. Okay? I feel que Kim stay in this position, he don't do nothing. This my hand can lock in my legs, slide down, for can have little bit space, for my other one can lock his arm, go for underneath in the top of his neck here. I hold my arm, my other one hold my other arm too. Now, the move I need to do, I go for my both knees on the ground. The same time I move my both knees on the ground, my all weight go for my forearm. In my forearm, start to choke his neck. Have this position, let it go my legs, for can have a little space for can come in, hold my bicep, the other one hold my elbow, and go for 2 minutes on the floor. That's all. The second one, I have the same position. Kim very strong, have chance for let it go this arm here. He try push my face up. The same time he try push my face up, I move it back my head, push his elbow for the other side, and quick drop my head down. For can have control of his arm. For can don't do more night with his arm. After he do that, my palm my hand lock my other arm. The other time, I go for 2 minutes on the floor. É very important to stay with this knee close to his body and my other sole in the ground. For can have a base for my upper chest, smash him in the choke together. He try push my face, lift up my head, move his elbow for the other side, quick drop my side face down, for can he don't move more his arm, lift up my thumb, lock my palm of hand, one knee go for in the ground, close his body, he put my other sole in the ground, for can have the base, can make push up with my chest.
All right, there's a couple things I want to make sure you guys have down pat before you go ahead and try to put a choke from here. Because if you don't have your base, you can get rolled backwards, you know? You can get rolled forward. So you make sure you keep your base. Be aware of these things at the whole time. Don't just try to put on a choke. Be aware of your positioning, where your body's at on your man, where your man is at, what his body is doing at the time. Like Joe said, now he's just lying here. Okay, if he's just lying here, this is where you're gonna throw on a move like this. I got my hand underneath. I already have that. Got my bicep tight up against his ear. See the throat right there exposed. So I, that hand here, I come underneath here. Notice how I keep tight to my body to get it in. Most men, if he feels you trying to get it in, he's gonna tuck his neck. But if I come in this way, he won't feel it until it's already in. I'm grabbing my bicep. The other one's grabbing my tricep. Now that I have it tight, before he starts trying to get out, I switch up with my legs. All I'm doing is switching one leg under the other and stepping over, giving me my chest to chest that I can smash with and finish the choke.
You know, for the choke my neck.
So you got it in. Come across with the forearm on the throat, push down and pull the head up. The choke is applied by pulling that up this direction as this squeezes down and this squeezes down. And there it is. That's it right there. The variation. This man's either pushing you or he's maybe even trying to even see a punch coming and you slip the punch. Now you're in a perfect position for the side choke. Keeping his head up because that keeps him under control so he can't get a bridge and roll me. With the head up, he has no base to roll off of. I push that off, like slide down, keeping that tight. Notice where his hand is very immobile, still keeping the head up, locking it up, switching the leg, pushing this way so that his own hand chokes as this pulls up. And remember, at this point of the choke, I have my man. There's no sense in rushing your choke. Just relax, take your time like a snake. If you ever played with a snake before, you feel how it coils up. It doesn't just coil you quick, it coils you slowly with every movement. As he struggles, I secure the choke tighter and tighter. This is a move Joe's gonna have me fully under control, and he's gonna show you how to do a scissor choke from a full control of your man holding his arm in this position.
This is my hand. Hold his wrist in my forearm and go for behind his triceps. Okay, if you can help me, move his arm further away. After I move his arm further away, I put my body, my chest in the top of his arm. For Ken, don't let it go more his arm. At the same time, my other arm go for underneath his neck and grab his wrist. Okay? If I can have space for my other arm go for underneath his neck, I move a little bit my chest forward. You open a little bit space here. Now my arm go for between his neck, his shoulder, and lock my forearm. Now this time my arm I'm straight up, the other one come down. É very important my chest stay in his arm, porque his arm don't go for anywhere.
Here's a situation, let's say,
In this position.
okay, let's say a lot of people you go in, they're protecting, you can't grab their arm, they're keeping it tight, you can't move nothing, keep your base, you can't punch, they're blocking all your punches, you're starting to get a little bit frustrated. Settle down, relax, build your base, come down. As I'm going down, grab the wrist, back of the arm, falling down with using my force of my weight coming down in this type of direction, stopping his elbow like Joe showed you earlier, so he can't move his elbow, still holding onto the wrist, coming across the head, grabbing the arm. Keep the arm tight. From here you can do your strikes. There's a lot of things you can do from here, but we're gonna do a choke. So to get the choke, Joe showed you to push it up. So notice as this goes up, it gives you a little bit of space to put your hand in. As the hand comes in, it comes around, grabs your forearm. Remember to pull this, you're pulling this hand down across his jugular as this hand is cutting off the other jugular. In this way. Pushing your shoulder in, using all your weight. Remember to keep your base either wide base, low on the feet, or up tight. Always being aware of where your balance, where your weight, and how your base is stationed. All right, let's show you guys a leg choke from a situation where you're on the bottom. Once again, top man is trying to pass your guard. He's holding your chest, pushing.
This situation, como the guy want to try passing my legs, okay? You put one hand for the base, the other arm and go for underneath my legs. The same time he come with his arm underneath my legs, I move my hip for the same side he have his arm. The same time my hand can hold his wrist, push for the other way, and bend my legs behind his neck. After I bend my legs behind his neck, my hand can push his arm for the other side, quick lock my shin. I can have control of his neck. If I can have time for my other legs over my foot too. Okay? Now I make a press with my legs down and side. Is ready for sleep. Sometimes when you feel the guy is very strong, you can put your both hands behind his neck too. So you want to lift up your belly. Okay?
Okay, once again, let's review this move. From the bottom, just trying to cross my guard. As I feel that, I notice the opening on his neck is right here, so I instantly think leg choke. I come across with this, but as I come across with this, before this comes across, remember to scoot your hip out, just to get space and to push that arm across. So once again, he passes my guard. I see that, I'm aware of that. I'm thinking leg choke. So before I can put that there, I come across with his arm, scoop my hips, and I have that tight. Legs in tight across his neck. His arm is up across his other part of the throat. You can grab your your foot just to keep control so he can't back out. Lock it up underneath wherever. If you can get it under your back of your knee, you get it back of your knee or your calf. There it is. I'm squeezing my knees in, pulling my leg down, pushing my hips up as I push his head down, all at the same time. So this leg is squeezing down as my knees squeeze in, push hips up, pull head toward. Once again, there it is. Here's a variation of a leg choke that you can do from actually being on top instead of being on the bottom from the guard.
This what happen a lot. Come I give a little space, the guy put his arm down underneath my legs. The guy very strong. So I try lifting me up and roll it together with me. The same time I feel the guy just to death, I pull the guy's neck with me. I have control where his neck. Now bend this my leg, move my hip for the other way, and push his arm for the other side too. Now I can lock his leg, my other one coming over my feet, is already protected. Okay, the guy put his arm underneath my legs. He tried to throw me up for the other side. The same time I feel this position, I hold behind his neck, he come together with him, okay? After I drop my shoulder down, quick, já put this my legs in the top of his back and bend my other legs. Why I need to bend my other legs? For quem have power, for quem use my snake for the other side. He move his arm for the other side too. Okay? Now quick, já grab my shin, for quem have control of his neck, for quem have time for my other leg over my foot. Now I go again.
Okay, here we are once again, demonstrating how to put a leg lock from on top. The man throws his hand underneath you to throw you off. You feel you're going to get thrown this way. Grab the back of the head as you roll back. There's, you know you're going to throw him in the leg choke, so you know which side's going to be on there already. Just making your hip out as you grab your leg to make it tight. It doesn't matter if the arm is, sometimes it's not going to be in the perfect place. His arm's on the outside, you're thinking, I don't have the triangle leg choke. We're doing the leg choke, so look, here, boom, you're holding it, lock it up, squeeze your knees together. Because I don't have the arm, it's not quite as tight until, once again, until I grab the head and come up with my hips. That puts the shoulder into the side. Without lifting my hips and grabbing the head, I won't be able to submit the man. It's very, very, very important on this move to extend your hips up as you pull the head down, finishing the choke.
This situation, como I want to try attack his arm here, okay? He try put this arm underneath my leg for try holding me forward, okay? The same time he do this move, it's very important to just move my body for that way. For quem don't have power, for quem move my body for the other side. And the same time I move my head for that way, you saw como he's lift up his head. The same time he lift up his head, this my leg go for underneath his neck and over my legs. Okay? After I do lock my legs, I turn my body sideways, keep it going, lock his arm. If you want to fix more a little bit more your foot underneath behind your knee, you do. You make the choke for left. Straight ahead back, my side leg pushes back, you go for that way. Okay, I have the front position. I feel que Kim will put his arm underneath my legs. The same time que he do that, his move and try to do this move here. Okay? For try holding me for that way. For quem desse move não want to have, quick, já move my head for the other side. Não have more power for quem do that. And at the same time, everybody see como he just lift up his head here. The same time I turn his body sideways. My legs go for underneath his neck and over my legs. After I rock my leg, I drop my body for the same side that I control his arm here. One, fix my foot for more underneath my shin, my knee, and make the press on his neck. Push it back, this is my foot, push it down, it lifts my belly forward.
Okay, here we go, once again in a fight situation. Sometimes you find yourself in the front with the chest to chest with your opponent. Remember, he's gonna try to grab you, get his leg out to throw you. As soon as you feel that, the counter is to turn this way, come across here, lift up, get this leg underneath, lock it up. As you fall back, squeeze.
You have the front mount. The guy hold my back for that way here. Okay? I move my body for any side. Suppose I move my body for this side here. So my first move, I move my knee for underneath his shoulders. My other leg go for side to his head here. Okay? This my arm can have over here, over his belly. For the other one over his face here. Okay? Now we can lock fingers with fingers and make the pressing down. I have the position, the front mount, and can lock my back. Okay, don't try lift up myself. Okay? Now my first move, I want to go for my right side. I move my right leg for underneath his shoulder, and my left side for behind, for side of his face. Okay? Now you can fix more my other knee for close his body. The same time que eu turn my hand for that way, in my leg, my arm over his belly, he just let it go, the hold his hand. I'm keeping going, make him press it down. Now my hand go for the other side of his face. The same time this my hand will move forward, and lock my fingers here. Now my chest, make the press down.
In a fight, a lot of times, you end up here, like I said, and the guy wants to hold on to you because he doesn't want to let go and let you just go ahead and just start punching on him, so he wants to keep you close. Perfect for me. Okay, now I'm going to pick a side. I don't know which side I want to go. It's probably whichever one he's going to let me go. I'll go one way, and he'll stop me, so I go this way. Now when I go this way, this, like Joe said, this knee that you're going to stops the arm. The same knee is the same arm. The other knee is behind the head, right here. Notice I'm keeping my base at all times so I don't get rolled, because that's a position he could do for me, is for him to roll me because he's holding me so tight, arches off of his head and he can roll me. So I keep my base. As soon as I get this leg behind the head, I spread my base wider, look up, automatically opens the arms. I come across with this arm, once again, making a base, reach back, grab the head, I can let it slide to adjust it, come across here. I don't even need, I can just do it with 2 fingers. I don't even need all my hands. The choke is applied by pulling the head up, pushing the head down with my body as I sit back. There it is. And that concludes chokes. Once again, I repeat, you got to do a lot of practice. Have your partner put the choke on you so you can feel the right pressure, where the pressure is applied, how it feels as you're going out, so you don't panic if it happens to you in a fight, and you can continue to resist. And I repeat, when you put your opponent out in the street, there ain't no need to go any farther than that. As soon as he's unconscious, just walk away and go on to live another day and witness some more of my tapes.